Luton Town Football Club's journey has certainly been a wild one over the last 4 years. In 2008, the team suffered a point deduction which relegated them to the Conference Premier. The Hatters then remained in this division for 4 seasons, but were able to overcome this last year when they finished first in the division. During the period in the conference, the team and the town were in turmoil, but considering the team's recent form, the question now is, how has the team and the town moved on from this adversity? We spoke to manager John Still for his thoughts.
Well, I think that, for the club to have lost their position in the Football League, off the pitch, if you like, I think probably for the supporter was really hard to come to terms with because, they don't see how the club's run behind the scenes. They would expect it to be done properly. So I think their disappointment was probably paramount. And probably the gap between then and coming back into the Football League has been a long, desperate one for them. But fortunately, them getting back into the Football League, I think, has lifted the town. I think that the football club, like lots of businesses, because of its problems, has sort of returned stronger. And I think that, what the town now has a stronger, more progressive football club than the one that came out of the league.
Luton were deducted 10 points by the FA after being found guilty of misconduct. The club was then hit with a further 20-point deduction by the Football League for breaking rules on exiting administration. We spoke to former Luton Town reporter John Boyle for his take on the situation.
Well, obviously 2008 was a terrible year to be a Luton Town fan, but I do also remember us winning the Johnson Paint Trophy in that year, so it was kind of a bittersweet year. But obviously the 30-point deduction killed us. It took us 5 years to recover from that, effectively. We obviously were down in the conference, struggling to get up. I remember us losing in various playoffs. But obviously John Still has come in and done an absolutely fantastic job. And as a Luton Town fan, I'd like to thank him for the great job he's done. Because several managers have been and gone and not managed to get us promoted. But John came in, he's rallied the troops, he's built a bond between the team and the fans, really, because there was a lot of... It was very separated. The fans were kind of constantly on the players' backs while we were in the conference. But now we're all together, and he's managed to secure us a decent place in League Two now. We obviously got promoted from the conference. A good finish now in League Two, although we can't go up again, unfortunately. But I think it's been a solid season, and now we're looking forward as a club rather than looking down.
There seems to be a feel-good factor all around town this season, but what do the fans truly think?
Well, the point deduction was quite harsh. 30 points, it's quite a bit. From the pinnacle of the championship, dropped all the way to the bottom of the conference. But John Still has done an amazing job with the current Copper lads. We've gone from the bottom of the conference to challenging for promotion, just missing out slightly, but we're still challenging for playoffs. If the luck comes our way, with other teams losing, then hopefully we can still be in the playoffs. In terms of the town, it's done a massive amount for the town. It's brought the whole town together, united the town to support a cause, which is Luton Town Football Club. And hopefully we can be promoted and do the stuff next year.
So the fans do believe that the boss has done a good job this season, and it certainly has boosted the support for the Hatters.
Well, I think everyone connected has done a fantastic job. The last 2 years to get promotion and be close to promotion, whether we manage it this year or not, is fantastic progress. And I think that's what the club's all about now, progressing. We need to keep building. It's important that we don't get ahead of ourselves and expect too much too early, because building's a gradual process. But I think for 2 years we'd look at this situation and go, it's all that we could have hoped it would have been. With a little bit of luck, it might have been a bit better, still might, but I think it's set good foundations for a solid future.